Okay, hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Because we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we have 5 simple stretches to help you stop from hunching over, that slumping, that bad look. You don't want to look like this, folks.
Right, it causes not only does it make you look not so nice, but it causes a lot of medical problems, breathing, shoulder pain, neck pain, etc.
It's going to make you look old too. It's going to make you look older than you are. So this is something you definitely want to correct. We've done many of these already, but I don't know that we ever presented it in this form.
Sure.
And I wanted to make it just real simple, what we're thinking about, why we stretch these muscles. But before we do,
say no more, Bob.
If you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, yes, sir, you will want to go to Bob and Brad on Facebook because we are once again giving away something, Brad.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
5 TENS units. We actually are doing this on YouTube, too. If you look for the giveaway TENS unit video, we just did it like a week ago. We're giving away 5 of these 80/80s. They're eye relieve. What is it about TENS that we like, Brad?
They're great for chronic pain, particularly, so you can get off of pain med, particularly opioids. If you have a concern with that, this could be a great option.
Right, good for arthritis and all sorts of things. So,
sure.
All right, let's start off, Brad. The first thing, which a lot of people don't realize, but when you sit all day, your hip flexors start to get tight.
Those are the muscles that bring your leg up like this, and they also cause problems with your low back and posture.
Yeah, if they're tight, what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to straighten up like this.
Sure.
It's going to pull you over like this. So we want to stretch those hip flexors. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Probably the most simple way is you throw down a pillow on the floor, and I'm going to stretch this one right here in the back. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring this one forward, and now I'm stretching this one in the back. And again, most people aren't going to think of this as affecting their posture, but it really does. If this pulls you over and you can't straighten up, you're going to definitely have difficulties. You can look, I'm in really good posture here. So I'm trying to accommodate that right away.
Now we just did a video on how to test for hip flexor flexibility. Bob doesn't have tight hip flexors, not particularly, so
I don't because I stretch them every day.
Yeah.
So the other little thing you might try here, the other little tip is you take your foot, the one that's behind you, and turn it away from you a little bit. I mean, move it out.
Yeah, so like this one, he's moving it away from the camera.
And that puts the hip in internal rotation. It just stretches that hip flexor a little bit more. You can also do it on a chair or a stool. Do you want to grab that little stool there, Brad? I can show how you can do it on a chair without arms.
Oh.
So, I said little stool, but apparently.
Oh. Well, for you, that was little.
That is little stool, yeah. So I wanted to show that you could do it on a small chair, too.
Oh, that, I see.
But that's why if you have a chair without arms, you can just put your leg back like this, and you can actually stretch it while you're in your chair. So Brad's going to show it on the stool here. So if you're in a chair without arms, again, you can do it like this. Look at that, how he stretches that.
It's kind of nice on a firm floor, a hard surface floor. If you had like an office chair with wheels.
There you go.
You got to be careful, though. You don't want to fall off and cause any issues, broken hips and bones from stretching your hip flexors.
But if you do, we can show you a video on how to fix that too, right, Brad?
That's right.
All right, next one, Brad. If your back is tight on you, which a lot of times, you see a lot of people, they're bending over time because they all day long they're bending forward like this, but they never bend backward like this. So they never stretch their back this way, and it gets tight.
And it might be as a result of poor seated posture if you slouch often.
Yeah, I would say the vast majority of people I see, especially as they get older, they have very little movement this way.
Right.
So you want to, we're kind of working from the bottom up, aren't we, Brad, for posture?
Yeah, hips, now we're going to low back.
So now low back, we're going to go ahead and do some press-ups. And now there's a couple people we don't want doing this. If you have spondylolisthesis like Brad does, or if you have spinal stenosis, you probably don't want to be doing these.
Right.
But I'm just stretching the back here. You can do pressure on, pressure off, or you can even hold it here a little bit.
Sure.
And what am I not doing, Brad?
He's keeping his hips down to the floor.
As you see here, if I'm real tight, what might happen is I might start coming up like this.
Yeah.
So you want to keep the pelvis on the mat or on the floor or on the bed, and you're going to press up like this.
And, none of these should create any pain. It should just feel like a stretch, a healthy stretch.
And you can do a good 10 of those. Those are great for the low back anyway, so I don't mind if you do those every hour if you want. I mean, do you want to show the one in the chair, Brad, for the mid back now? So,
Sure.
No, we got the low back, but now if you're still tight in the mid back, you still might have that rounded over, kyphotic, humpy posture. Is that word to say, humpy? Is that okay to say that, Brad?
Bob, it is a family
I know.
show. We're trying to keep things on the up and up, and he comes up with that. What's going on?
I think when we went to Hawaii, there was a place called Humpy's. My wife just would laugh. She took a picture of it. We got a T-shirt from them.
Why?
Humpy's restaurant.
Can we get on with the
All right,
program?
go ahead.
Okay, so this works well with one of these, just a little rubber ball, and if it's soft or a little flat, it actually works better. So you'll see, you just put it between the shoulder blades, maybe on the lower part. It depends on how it feels. I'm going to start a little bit lower, and then I'm going to stretch back. You can bring your arms back behind your head, or I like to hold on to the armrest sometimes and just, it's just a nice, wonderful stretch, particularly if you're working at a computer all day long. And you should do this throughout the day, actually, every hour or so. And you don't have to sit here for an hour doing that. Just, a few stretches, 3 or 4, hold them on for a few seconds like that. And then you may want to go up with it a little bit higher and closer to the neck and do the same thing.
Yeah, that's
here.
what's nice about it. You can adjust to different levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works
And
out really
breathe
well.
while you're doing this. Don't hold your breath and, get a red face. Just make sure you're relaxed and breathing. Enjoy the stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that is good because, it serves 2 purposes. It's starting to release tension in addition to stretching.
Oh, right.
So,
Yep, everything works together, doesn't it, Bob?
and actually, you kind of almost touched upon the next stretch, Brad, the chest stretch, because
Okay.
that's one way you could do it.
To get the pectoralis
Right.
majors loosened up.
Because these are going to pull you over. We're doing every muscle we're doing can possibly pull you over,
Sure.
and if they're tight, they'll keep you over.
Yep.
So you got to stretch out the chest, open this up, get yourself in good posture.
Sure.
That's one way, is just to put the hands behind and bring the elbows back. That stretches the chest.
Get at the profile here. Yep, we're gonna open that up.
Now,
And boy,
Brad-
you can just tell you can breathe better when you're like this versus like this.
And Brad, I wonder if you could build me a door real quick right here.
Build you a door. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
There's a one wall there, and
there's another wall here.
There,
Let's just
and
pretend. Yeah.
then
Okay.
over here.
So you can go into the doorway here too, and you can put your arms on the side of it like this, and you can lean into the door, and this will stretch the chest too. And you can move your arms up or down here, and it'll stretch right into the chest.
So at work, if maybe you walk from one room to another and there's a doorway there, every time you walk through, you could give
Do
a little stretch. Yeah.
yeah.
If people ask you what you're doing, you just tell them Bob and Brad said that's a good
Well, when you
idea.
go visit somebody in the office, just hang in the office, while you're talking to them. Hey, how you doing? And if they think you're weird, tell them Bob and Brad sent you.
Yeah, and eventually everyone's going to be doing it. It's going to be the end thing.
This is another way to stretch your chest, Brad, isn't it, though? You can actually bring it back behind you like this and lift up like this.
Sure.
And now we're stretching the chest. Or you can just do it with your arms.
Yep.
You have trouble doing that one, don't you?
Well, yeah, I'm a little. I can't not grab very well like this, but you don't have a problem with that.
No, I do it every morning right when I'm walking before my run. And actually, sometimes I do this, Brad. I grab one arm
you do?
like this and then stretch that side. And then I grab the other arm like this and I stretch that side.
Face the other direction so people. It looks like a reverse chicken wing. Yeah. Yeah, that's an old wrestling move.
Is it really?
Well,
That's right. Brad was a wrestler.
Yeah, that was about 40 years ago. That's why I said old. Maybe they didn't do it anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you wrestle dinosaurs or what?
Well, I don't want to
Okay.
talk about it.
All right,
Bob.
next one, Brad, is your neck and chin tucks. We've done many of these. Your neck can get tight right in here, and it can be tight right in here.
Yep.
So why don't you first do chin tucks? That's stretching. Actually, that's stretching out the upper neck, believe it or not.
Which can be good not only for your posture, but some people develop headaches because those muscles are tight. And I've had people say, oh boy, my headache feels better just after a few of these. I did that once in front of a whole group of people. I got a volunteer up. I said, you got a headache? Come on up. And I had her do this. I was just kind of rolling the dice.
Sure.
And she just like, my headache's gone. And she did
Wow.
a few of these. Yeah. Yeah, I was really rolling the dice, because it worked out well.
So
you
yeah,
can
chin
try that.
tucks, you can do those every hour. Don't go down like this or up like this. You're just going straight and back. You're backing the truck up, as we say. And then you're also going to go and do some extensions where you actually bring the neck back like this,
Yeah.
because you're stretching the muscles in here.
You may want to stretch
Yep.
with your hands.
You can use your hands. You can grab your traps, your upper traps if you want, or you can grab the neck itself. Either way.
And just remember to breathe and relax with all of these.
So the point we're making with all these, you can do these throughout the day. I
Right.
mean, you can do one at a time. You can do the hip flexor one time. You can do the chest one time. You can do the
Sure.
mid back one time.
Right.
But all those, it's a continued battle against posture, isn't it?
Right.
It's,
It's like a diet. You want to make sure you get all the food groups. Well, here you want to stretch all the muscle groups. What a good analogy, huh, Bob?
well, you're a smart guy, Brad. I want to thank everybody for watching.